grab booty. He 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 grab booty.
Oh boy, how are you folks? Welcome to the program. This week, get the tickets for God's sake. The shows are early, I realize, but I'd love for you to come on out on the 4th, Saturday. Going to be at Spokane Comedy Club. On Sunday, 4 p.m., wild time for a show. Tacoma Comedy Club. Crazy. But we're good to, I guess I get to drink a bunch afterwards. I get to go to bed early that night, wake up for my flight the next day instead of be like, So maybe it's going to be a good thing. But come on out. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can buy tickets. Also, Oklahoma City on sale as well for later this month. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. That's where you can send in all your things. Odd track number, sending in this musical number. So many Roach reporters out there sending in emails. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, rate, review, subscribe to the show. It always helps. That's what they tell me, at least. But let's start off with an email. We got a couple emails, as a matter of fact. One that leads us into sports, perhaps. But we have one that involves, nope, not Limp Bizkit.
The Inner City Blacks.
Yes, that indeed. Ashley McCullum writes in, she says, I feel compelled to share that often when I hear podcasts, people talking, whatever it may be. If someone says my brain immediately says Inner City Blacks after it. I don't really know what to do with that. Thanks for the brain worm.
The Inner City Blacks.
You're welcome. You're welcome indeed. And I got another email, this one from Caitlin Eby, I do believe it was, who sent this in. She always sends in wonderful things. This leads us off in sports today.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
I got this new thing, and I just realized that right now, I don't need to push this button to make it work. It just works. The button is for something else. So I've been pushing this button for no reason. But you can really just go, that works right there.
It's
wow.
Hyperdrive, second gear.
Wow. Didn't realize that. No, yeah, I don't know. The button is to make it change. I don't know. It's to do some wonky thing. Turns out. Had no idea till just now. And also, by the way, thanks for all the messages about Oz. Everyone's talking about. I just finished it again. I guess I don't remember finishing it the first time because I definitely watched it before. But I don't know if I ever finished it because I think I just bailed out because I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? And again, I felt that way too. I'm falling asleep to this terrible. I mean, it's not a terrible. It's a good show. But it's terrible in the sense that there's no hero in the show. There's no good you can't root for anybody in that. That's what I learned at the end. There's supposed to be things you're like, oh, this guy, flawed hero, redeeming arc. No, not a single character in that entire show is redeeming. They're all terrible people, and nothing good happens to them ever the entire time we see them in this prison. Turns out it's just all bad to the very end. And you just sit there and you go, well, wow, all right.
You're just taking it in.
There's no you think at the end you're like, oh, and then he got out of the prison, or he learned to accept his life in the prison, or he's like this and that. He's finding his way in the prison. Nothing. It's bad. People die till the end. People are still getting butt in the end. I mean, it is a truly just mentally brutal show. And evidently, somebody pointed this out. I didn't know this existed. There is a thing that was made in 2021 called Z-O, and it's the same guy who created Oz, made a short film that catches up with Ryan O'Reilly and Beecher in it. So I'm going to watch that, I guess. Are they out of the jail? I don't know. It's it starts out, all I read about it is that it starts out with Ryan. So it's only two of the guys. It's Dean Winters and the guy who played Beecher, who's the guy that, you're supposed to kind of relate to throughout the whole thing. And he gets, that guy goes through The Ringer. There's Zoe. Yeah, Dean Winters is the guy. Of course, he's in Rescue Me, and he's also in all those. He's like the Flo for car insurance, where he's like, I got hit by a car. Like, I don't know. He just gets in. His name's Mayhem. I think people call him Mayhem now more than they call him Rhino. But he's like a main character in this. In Oz, obviously.
I liked him in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He had a good character.
I didn't know. I never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but he was in Rescue Me. Is that what you're talking about?
No. It also, yes.
Rescue Me, another show. Great show. Just some sad parts where you're like, man. You know, I thought this was going to be funny, like a funny ball, but because there's like definitely comedy with Dennis Leary and like the firehouse and the guys. But then, you know, people are dying in fires. And you're like, come on, man. I thought this was a funny little dark comedy thing. It's got the Afghan wigs. Greg Dooley's making all the music. I mean, this is going to be good. And then you watch it and you're like, man.
It's just a tragedy about an
I
alcoholic.
feel like, yeah, exactly. You're like, he's got cirrhosis or something. Psoriasis or whatever they call that. What a rough go. Yeah, so I'm outside the other side of Oz. I'm outside the walls of Oswald State Penitentiary. There was one YouTube comment that brought up time in prison. We've got only one Roach, as far as I know, that knows what it's like to have spent time in prison. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because it was a great sort of insight into why Oz was maybe a little more dramatic than actual prison here. Let's see. Where was it? Oz is somewhat accurate. Outside of some dark alleys at night, Department of Justice correctional facilities are the most dangerous places in the United States. I don't think that was the one that was within the jail, but that was a good one. Oz is definitely fictional. Now, this is from @PatDK. I only say his username because he wrote the comment. This wasn't a private email to me is all I'm saying, so I'm not doxing PatDK. It says, Oz is definitely fictional because in prisons, and even in jails, they make sure, as best they can, to separate gangs into their own units. So it sounds like jail still got some segregation going on. In Oz, from what I remember, they all had access to almost anywhere in the jail. Not really. They live in this, they put them in Gen Pop or they put them in Emerald City. That's like the swanky one where it's like supposed to help maybe redeem you in some, it doesn't work. That's the other tragic character. You're like, oh, the guy who runs Emerald City, he's like, you know, trying to help these guys and everything. He's a flawed ass guy too. He's just a failure. No, because he's realizing none of them will ever be good people. They're just going to be scumbags their whole life. This gentleman, he goes, I was in a max security center for a few months working to go to trial, and we had 30 minutes a day out of our cells. In that half hour, we had to do chore, cleaning up the main room, laundry, etc. And then you and one other person who gets time out with you decide whether you want to go outside. If one guy wants to stay in, then neither gets to go outside. Or you can shower, one at a time, obviously. That was not a fun time. Not all are like that. That's from a Roach out there. It's kind of, I thought, I don't know what I thought. I was like, I bet I have a bunch of people that went to like max security prisons in my audience. I had no,
You got a hard audience out there.
yeah, no, I don't think that's true. And you know, I don't know. There were people that listened to my radio show that were in the jail that, who was the guy? Who's the guy that shot Lennon?
Oh.
Mark David Chapman.
Okay.
Mark David Chapman. He didn't listen, but whatever prison he was in, I would get letters from, I forget the name of it, Attica maybe was the name of one of them for sure. And then there was a bunch of upstate New York type and near Buffalo. And I think it was definitely Attica. And another DJ, Slick Tom, we've talked about him on this show because he got fired for saying anti-Trump stuff.
Mark David Chapman is incarcerated at Green Haven Correctional Facility.
Was he ever at Attica? Because now he's all like a celebrity or whatever. He was was Greenhaven in New York? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Hudson Valley.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't have gotten there, but I could have swore I thought he was in Attica at some point.
He was imprisoned at Attica after his conviction, and it sounds like he was moved to Greenhaven.
Yeah. So back in the day, we talked about Slick Tom many moons ago on this program. He would get letters from Mark David Chapman. And then I think Hinckley was up there at some point. But anyway, hey, if you listen to podcasts in jail and you're listening to this one, shout out. Let us know. Is it like Oz in there? Do you need some help? Should we send some tits your way? That's what they call drugs. I'm not going to do that, but, you know, it's just an LOL nod to the show. Anyhow, we've been in sports for a minute. I'm going to hit it again just because I forgot. I should have hit an Oz intro back there a couple of minutes ago. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Home Chef. Oh, my goodness. The holidays are creeping up. I know it's September now, but before you know it's going to be Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, and then it's New Year's, and you're in the thick of it. The last thing you want to be thinking about is having to make a complete and balanced sort of meal every day, something that not only fills you up, but is good too. I mean, and is easy to make. I mean, forget it. You're going to be frazzled. You're going to be all over the grocery store already. You don't want to spend too much time there. I'm talking about Home Chef, though. They're making cooking simple. They've got fresh food delivered, easy recipes to follow, and meals that taste amazing. And Home Chef is actually rated #1 by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. So whatever kind of day it is, they've got, you know, classic recipes with fresh ingredients, 30-minute meals, oven-ready trays, or quick microwave options. And Home Chef, they've got you covered even if it's a family sort of situation. They got a family menu for hassle-free, delicious dinners for the whole gang, and they're coming straight to your door. And for a limited time, Home Chef is offering all the roaches out there 50% off, plus you're going to get free shipping on your first box, plus free dessert for life. Just go to homechef.com/Potter. That's homechef.com/Potter, and you're going to get 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
Beep 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 beep.
So in sports, I got this email from Caitlin, and I don't think she's in a max security prison by any means. If you're a girl out there and you're in a prison, I want to know: is it like Oz? Is it like Fingerfest? That'd be sick. Anyhow, Caitlin wrote and she goes, "Hi, Roach King. Really been keeping my eyes peeled for any newsworthy Roachy reports out there, and saw this one come across the news feed today. Had to send it your way." Now, this is what I think is so, like, I'm not trying to be condescending when I say this. I enjoy when people who aren't following sports to the degree of which me and maybe some of my friends follow things, they get excited about stuff. I like that. And it's not like, but it is like cute to be like, because none of my friends would ever send me this and be like, "Did you hear?" It's fun when someone who doesn't follow closely is like, thinks, you know, like this is. So she's writing about, she goes, "Things are not looking good for Russell Wilson," who we made a whole stink about back in the day. When he was on the Seahawks, we were like, this guy's sus, he's weird. And then he went to Denver, and we chronicled that, obviously, with Mr. Unlimited, the reports of him on the plane, the Subway sandwich ad, all of these wild things while he was on the Broncos. Subsequently, they did terrible. He gets benched. He goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, competes with Justin Fields. It's a rocky ride, but it looks like maybe Russell Wilson having a small renaissance. I don't know. He's at least looking better than he did on Denver. They decide not to stick with him after one season. Now he is on the New York Giants, 3 weeks in, benched for Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart comes in and beats the Los Angeles Chargers, who are undefeated, taking the Giants from a winless streak to finally getting their first win and giving the Chargers their first loss. So now, obviously, Jackson Dart has the job. Russell Wilson does not. But Caitlin, I love that she's like, "Hey, did you hear about Russell Wilson?" The article title mentions a decision made about him retiring, but ends with they don't really even know what's yet to come for him. And they give insight on how he has been benched and replaced by a rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart, for the rest of the season. She puts these in bold. Big yikes, very interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, Caitlin, excuse me. I'll tell you what, this has sparked my interest as well, because this is making me go, we got to watch, because this is the twilight of Russell Wilson's football career. What will come next is going to be very interesting. Is it going to be some sort of like attempt at entertainment of some kind? Is he going to become a talking head, or has the media been so weirded out by him over the years that no one's going to touch him in that way? He already has a podcast. I know this because I used to be the person who used to sell my ads for my podcast. Used to sell his podcast ads, and then eventually they stopped selling my ads. And I thought, I'm like, does it have to do with, is Russell Wilson pissed at me right now? That would be so sick if Russell Wilson was pissed at me. That was back in the day when I was really hammering him home. We had merch, for Christ's sake, and I love seeing those.
Yeah.
I love seeing those shirts out and about. But you're right, Caitlin. It's something that we're going to keep a look on, because also he could just go the wayside and become a person that we'll see in Oz at some point. But this reel has been making the rounds, and people are maybe starting to pick up on the fact that Russell Wilson, there is something weird behind those eyes. And someone caught some action in the locker room after Jackson Dart getting his first victory over the LA Chargers this past week. Look at those eyes in the background. Leah's circling them. Watch the video. Can we watch the video?
Yeah.
Sick.
All the way through on the offensive side, but defense, y'all boys held it down first. Much appreciated.
I'm Jackson Dart. You guys did really good out there.
Here we go. Hey, big blue on 3, 1, 2, 3. Big blue.
Big blue 1, 2, 3. There it is. Look at those eyes. Oh my Lord. There they are. They're back. They're returning. The sussel eyes, the things that gave his first inclination that this man, there's something wrong with him. And it took us on a reel. I mean, this is back when he was on Seattle and he was winning and he was like potentially destined for the Hall of Fame. And he was like something weird with those eyes. And then I was like, there is always something been off about Russell Wilson. And then he went to Denver and he went off the rails. I mean, I couldn't have written it more perfectly for things that I wanted in this podcast. Since Denver, though, he has been quiet, which is scarier. And now he's been benched again. You know, I was starting to feel kind of bad for him. And now he's been benched again. And I don't know, maybe now you got to keep an eye out. And I appreciate you, Caitlin, for keeping an eye out yourself. That's very good. And you're keeping me honest. You're keeping me abreast of him. It's like there's something like sad but scary about them, isn't it?
Yeah, he looks sinister.
Exactly. There's something going on there. There's something going on there. I don't like it at all.
Idiot woman!
I didn't mean to send that to you, Caitlin. It's not what I meant to push. But hey. That's maybe he's going to get on Sierra. She's going to do a 1-2 step one too many times, and he's going to be like,
Idiot woman!
And then, I don't know. I hope not. I hope he contains it. But boy, oh boy, Jeff H. has sent in multiple. I got to get like a hot mic button or something, a little hot mic segment where it's like, hot mic or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure one out. Because, boy, oh boy, I love when we get these. And Jeff H. is like our hot mic expert out there. He sent in 2 this week. And I did catch one of them live. I think I might have caught both of them live. It's one of those things now where, because football is on the weekends, if I can, I feel like I'm the Riddler in Batman Forever. And when he puts on that thing and he's getting all the brainwaves sucked in his head and he's like, and he's getting like the knowledge of everyone in the city. He's just like, and they're all like, the people are home, like getting their brains sucked out, and it's going into the thing, and he's like, he loves it. He loves the knowledge. That's how football watching has become. Now I got 4 boxes every day. I'm flipping the sound as the commercials come up. I'm taking in all the boxes somehow. And then Red Zone, where it's like game. I watched Red Zone with a girl, and she was like, "How are you keeping up with what's going on?" I'm like, I'm like, well, it's easy. There's only like 9 matchups, and then we're going to the action in each matchup. And she's like, "This is crazy." Like it was
only 9.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's less, but there's 9 off sometimes, and I mean, it's the only way I can do it now. I feel like a fucking ADD child or whatever, where it's like, give him his screen, because I can't watch. I try to watch just a single game now, and because I had limited options where I was at this particular green room, and so I'm just watching a regular game. There are so many commercials when it's just one game on. Yeah. It's like I can't. When the commercials come on, I can't imagine these kids out there who didn't grow up with commercials. I mean, it used to just be you watch the commercials, that'd be that, or you get up, you go walk around. It's like a nice little break. But now in a commercial, there's commercials after every kick. You're like, are they going to play this game yet or what? Is this game ever going to end with all these fucking commercials? It's crazy. People bitch about the commercials on this show. It's not even anywhere near. Imagine after every story, I'm over here doing 2 minutes of ads. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
More than that, I feel like the ad breaks are longer, too.
I mean, and they're the same things. But nowadays, it used to be like at least the commercials were different.
Yeah.
Now it's like the same 4 commercials are playing. You're like, I get it, Sky Rizzy. All right.
Rizlum, the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Whatever they say. Sky Rizzy, the
Sky Rizzy is the
Rizzler,
fucking... You know what does 2 different... I had like a Bear-stained Bears moment when it came to Sky Rizzy, because someone told me it did this thing, and I thought it did something else. I was like... I can't even remember what I thought it was, but it does 2 things. They have 2 separate Sky Rizzy uses and commercials for it. I don't want to find out. I'm just telling you, pay attention next time. Watch one Sky Rizzy ad. I guarantee you the next one, it's for a second thing. And it's the same drug. So you go like, what the hell are we doing here? Are you curious? What are you still looking at?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Well, go back to the thing. I don't. What does it say?
I don't know. Nothing. It's all Greek to me.
Yeah, it's inflammation for something, and then the other one is for like your skin. Not
psoriasis.
Psoriasis, but then there's also something else. It's for something else too.
All right, we're off on a limb here. Sorry, my bad.
I promise you. Watch the. I'm telling you, folks. I'm not trying to gaslight you, because I thought someone was gaslighting me, and then I watched it, and it was Sarah Weinschenk. We were watching some fucking thing on TV, and she was like, "No, Sky Rizzy's for this," and I go, "Why do we each know?" And then we're watching the TV, and lo and behold, she's right. And then I go, "But that wasn't the last ad. Watch it again." And then we went back, we rewound. I swear to God, it's wild, folks. Maybe they don't want us to notice. Sky Rizzy, I'm staying woke to you. All right, so Jeff H. sent in these hot mic moments. This one first is from the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, you'd think that one would be tough to say. I watched Marshawn Lynch try to say it the other night, and, it went the way you would think it went.
The inner city blacks.
He called them Jackson Smith, my inner city black. And I thought that was hilarious. But, I mean, when I see that, I go, Njigba. I still think I'm saying something bad, but because it's a J in there. But anyway, that's how you say it. And I watched him teach Marshawn Lynch how to say his name. Anyway, here he is in a clip here, getting caught on a hot mic. And then they talk about it. Go back. Let's hear what Al Michaels.
Offense number 11.
That's some bullshit. Right on because the refs have their mics on so they can tell the crowd what the call is and they can point. And as soon as the ref turns on his microphone, Jackson Smith-Njigba walks by right close and basically just like talks into the microphone of the referee. It'd be funny if a guy just pulled his face forward and used the microphone and was like, "That's some fucking bullshit." Let's watch it. Because you can get a penalty for saying this to a ref, especially if it gets picked up on the microphone. And he knew the mic was on. Go back. He said it right to him. There he is, number 11 there. He says it right as he's walking onto the screen. And then the broadcast, Kirk Herbstreit can't help himself. Oh, you can't do that. This is on Amazon Prime, so who cares? Let the refs say bullshit. I mean, it's not on broadcast television. This is being streamed. Do you know the pain in the ass it is to find this game on at a bar? I mean, it's becoming less and less with the advent of smart TVs being installed in bars. But at just a regular dive bar, you're like, "Can you get the game?" They're like, "It's on Amazon." No chance. What are you talking about? It's crazy. I don't know why my phone is blowing up. Jackson, we got another one, though, from Jeff H. This one is from Oregon State. Now, these are children. This is a college game. Oregon State offensive lineman Ryan Berger on Saturday caught on a hot mic letting a curse word fly after he was called for a holding penalty against the Fresno State Bulldogs. Fresno State ultimately wins the game 36-27, not because of this curse. Let's see what curse word the Oregon State Beaver Ryan Berger did. It's the Beavers, right? Oregon State? Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
Holding offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty.
I love that. I love a good fuck. Man, that was the best part about COVID when Major League Baseball players were in empty stadiums and one would hit a pop fly. And Jock Peterson was the king of this. He'd blast a pop fly and just go, fuck, and smash his bat on the ground. Those are things that are drowned out by a crowd usually when you're, having the broadcast on. But in this case, he's right up on that ref mic. These ref mics, they're the best. I mean, we got to get more of these. Every now and then you hear some. If you find one, send it in. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. I bet you can get one a day. I bet if you really paid attention the way that I pay attention, like I said, where it's like you're sucking in Red Zone. I know many of you probably watching Red Zone out there. You're going to hear at least one of these a day. Go ahead.
It has a good echo to it, too.
Fuck! Because now it's out of the stadium. That's in the stadium.
Number 64, 10-yard penalty.
God, I called the Oregon State. They're not the Beavers. They're the Cowboys. I'm fucking stupid. Are they? I don't know. I want to look now. I have to look now. It's one of those things where that's where my mom was taking Tylenol when she was pregnant because I get a thing about a football team in my head and I want to know exactly the answer or else I can't move on. It is a beaver. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Blue Chew. And I knew going in, I knew that the benefits of Blue Chew were going to be incredible. I knew I was going to reap the benefits. But boy, oh boy, I did not realize until I started using the Blue Chew tablets that they come individually wrapped. That was a game changer. Because now I can keep one of these over here. I can keep one in the travel bag if I need it. I got these things hidden all around. So if ever I come across a situation, I got one at the ready. Oh, I got a Blue Chew tablet stashed over here. Oh, I got a Blue Chew tablet stashed over there. Oh, over there? I got one over there. Got one in Portland, Oregon. You know, there's one stashed away. I don't know. You could put them wherever. They're all individually wrapped. It makes it so much easier than just having some sort of like bottle or canister or something like that. I had no idea. It's a game changer if you ask me. And of course, we're talking all the benefits here with Blue Chew. It got my dick sponsored by an energy drink company, for gosh sakes. This isn't just about performance, folks. This is about legacy or your third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know when you lay it down and they're talking about how it gets up, nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at bluechew.com. And we got a special offer out there for all the roaches. So as always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use the promo code Potter at the checkout, and then you pay $5 for shipping. That's it. So you can join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Go to bluechew.com for details and safety info. And a big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the Josh Potter Show. Let's get to the news, huh? What do you say? All right. Oh, my goodness. I've been sitting on this one because I don't really know what to make of it. And I don't really even know the person involved. I got flooded with this story. And evidently, this is a famous person. His name is D4VD.
David.
How am I supposed to know that? It's spelled D4DVD. Now, I'm looking at this on paper. This used to happen with bands. When you're a DJ, you get a new band sent in or whatever. The station adds a band. And yeah, your boss is supposed to tell you. But I was so out of the loop. I was supposed to be like the guy that's like in the know about this kind of stuff at the time. But I would see a thing on paper there, and I'd be like, how do I say? Because it's just symbols now, these things. I wish I can come up with an example, but there was a couple there where I'm like, how am I supposed to know that it's pronounced this way? That's how this guy is. D4VD is supposed to be David. The 4 is an A. Oh, God. Scumbag. Well, it turns out there was a dismembered 15-year-old girl in the trunk of his car that was sitting there for a year. Let's see what KTLA says about it. Explain the story to me about D4VD.
To a popular singer was hiding a secret in its trunk. For the family of a missing teen in Lake Elsinore, the mystery has a heartbreaking end. The victim, now identified as Celeste Rivas, who vanished last year. Investigators still don't know how the teen died or why she ended up in the trunk of a car linked to the singer known as David.
KTLA Sandra Mitchell is live outside the tow yard in Hollywood with more on the new developments tonight. Sandra?
Yes, Micah, some big new developments. The singer had a concert in Seattle tonight. That was canceled. It was his Tesla found at this Hollywood tow yard. And tonight it appears there are more links between the singer, David, and the victim.
Can you pause it for a second? That's just like such an LA thing, though. Like, I don't know how. I mean, there's so many tow yards here and cars that are like, you could be, I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you could be in some kind of neighborhood where you park wrong and then your car gets towed and it could get towed a million miles away.
I haven't dealt with it. I don't know.
Thank God, because I mean, I'm talking just in Buffalo. It was a pain in the ass to be like, where's my car? You know, you have no idea where. You have to find the number and then call and then hope that it's like close by or whatever. But it's probably like this guy, David, probably was like, my car got towed. Fuck, that's the one with the girl in it. And then he just doesn't know what tow yard it is. And he's like, well, they haven't called.
Well, actually, so it was reported stolen and then found in the Hollywood Hills and then brought to the tow yard.
Oh, so it's just been sitting in the tow yard for a year?
Yeah, and I guess he didn't know that it was found, allegedly.
Yeah, and so it just sits there?
Yeah.
So the best thing that could have happened was it got towed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best place to hide a body, it turns out, is a tow yard. Go figure. Unbelievable. Keep playing the video.
Human remains found in the trunk of a Tesla in Hollywood, now identified as a 15-year-old girl.
How is your family dealing with all of this?
Just grieving.
The brother of Celeste Rivas talking to KTLA today. It was the teen's mutilated body that was found in this car in a Hollywood tow yard last week. Neighbors in Lake Elsinore are stunned.
It's horrible. You know, she's really young. It's really sad.
Rivas was just 13 when she was reported missing in April 2020.
It's still kind of amazing when there are people, if you were just listening at home, this last lady who was just used to say, it's horrible. I can't believe it. Like we needed to see her torso. Like, you know what I'm saying? She hid her identity. And I think in times of like TikTok and Instagram and things like that, it is refreshing to see people who are like, I don't want to be on TV though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Go ahead.
4. Investigators say she had run away in the past, and the car where her body was found wrapped in plastic is registered to David Anthony Burke. He's a popular singer known as David, with millions of fans and followers. In his songs, David says he is obsessed with a girl named Celeste, the same name as the victim.
God.
His first hit song is called Romantic Homicide, and this photo reveals the singer has
I didn't know anything about this guy. That's wild.
Oh, yeah, this is a huge story.
I know. This is like how fractured culture is. I have no idea who this is in any sort of way, shape, or form. And he's like selling out things. I mean, is this just, am I cooked or is this?
I didn't know who he was.
Until he killed the lady. Now these songs are going to be more. Now I'm going to go home and be like, huh. Love Homicide. What was the song called? I'm going to look that. I'm going to have to give that a listen now. It's going to have this weird, it's going to just make him more money while this would be a great plot line or a character arc in Oz.
Well, and then he was selling a merch. He was selling a T-shirt that looked like it was spattered with blood.
Wow. I mean, again, if we should make a new Oz, and this guy comes in it, and then, you know, a lot of butt sex. Unwanted butt sex. That's how I will describe it for YouTube terms of service. Unwanted butt sex. He'd get a lot of it in Oz, I'll tell you that. At a BC, no. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to back up a little bit because they talk about this tattoo.
Oh, my Lord. This guy's just leaving out all the clues. This is art. folks. Good God. Go ahead.
This photo reveals the singer has a tattoo reading "shh" on his right index finger. Well, last week, the LA County medical examiner said the victim had a "shh" tattoo on her right index finger.
She was my neighbor. She was just, it's kind of surreal seeing, someone grow up and then just right before your eyes, they're gone.
So far, David has not publicly commented about the investigation, and his concert at the Greek Theater here in LA on Saturday night is still scheduled.
Wow. That's some balls.
I do.
What
think
if he went up
canceled.
and he got canceled?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it'd be crazy if he went up there and people still there and he's like, I mean, to play a concert at the Greek Theater and be like, yeah, they found a body in one of the cars I own. It's going to take a lot of litigation before they come to me. Let's get this bag. Let's get this Greek Theater bag. You said it's canceled though, yeah?
I do believe. I think this article is a little old. They canceled it, and it's come out that they were dating.
Well, duh. I mean, I feel like this woman. Now, this is like this poor girl, obviously tragic, yada yada. But this would be like a movie, and she could be like obsessed with him and be like, I want to be the Celeste in your song, kill me. You know what I mean? Like there could have been some weird sex thing going on. Not taking anything away from, obviously she could just have been a fan, and then he's like a complete scumbag and is like, I'm going to live up to my song. I mean, it is wild to have all those, the same name, the blood and all that. Just crazy. Maybe he's living that's just going to make him so much more money. That's all I can keep thinking about is he's going to go to jail. He'll be in jail forever, and he will make royalties out the ass and just end up like, I don't know. Good God. I'm cooked, though. That's also what I learned. D4VD had no idea who he was. David 4D. Didn't know how to say it. Didn't know. I looked at it. I go, who the hell is this? And then the Charlie Kirk thing, I'm still like, where was I? Where was I the last couple of years? I don't know. I don't remember any of this. Was I in a coma? Anyhow, we have another story that came in. This one from Jefferson Nally. Now, this one's fun. It's about a doctor. Now, imagine you go to medical school, you slave away at it, and boy, oh boy, this is how you end it all. A doctor who left a patient midway through an operation to have sex with a nurse is at a very low risk of repeating a serious misconduct, a medical tribunal has ruled. So they're like, we're going to take away your license because you left during... Imagine what kind of pussy that is to be like, I know I'm doing surgery on this guy, but boy, I can't turn that down.
You get the text. You got to go.
Married father of 3, Dr. Suhail Anjum. So he's like, probably like, I want to see your bulbs. You know, he's one of those guys. So, and the unnamed nurse were caught in a compromising position by a shocked colleague who was walked in on the pair at the Tameside Hospital, Ashton-under-Lyne, Greater Manchester. So this is some British shit. The consultant anesthesiast, he's 44, had asked a colleague to monitor the male patient who was under general anesthetic so he could go to the bathroom. Instead, the doctor, who was gone for 8 minutes, went to another operating theater. Now, that would be even more crazy what shitty timing. I want my guy who's like doing the anesthesia especially to be pretty there. I don't want him to be like, oh, I got to go take a shit. Imagine if he was just gone for 8 minutes taking a shit. I think he should lose his medical license for that. I don't want you having bubble guts when you're doing my surgery. You know, you got to be in top shape. But how often do you think that happens where the surgeon or the anesthesiologist or whoever the hell it is doing your surgery is like, while you're out, they're like, man, shouldn't have had 2 tacos at lunch today. I'll be right back. And then they go take a shit. I guess they got to scrub in and out and all that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, taking a shit during the surgery, that is like a real to-do. So this guy's just even like, I'm going to pretend I'm taking a shit, but really I'm going to go fuck this nurse instead. A medical practitioner's tribunal service hearing was told another nurse at the hospital described seeing the woman who was called Nurse C. What's the C stand for? Throughout the proceedings with her trousers around her knees and her underwear on display. and the doctor was tying up the cord of his trousers. So she caught him, getting it back on so they can get back to surgery. The doctor was absent from the operating room for 8 minutes, and the patient came to no harm. The incident was reported to management, and Dr. Anjem was dismissed on February 24 following an internal investigation. Last week, he told the disciplinary tribunal he wanted to resume his career in the UK and relocate with his family after they had since moved to native Pakistan, where he worked as a doctor. The doctor promised there would never be a repeat of a one-off error of judgment. Giving evidence, he said, it was quite shameful to say the least. I only have myself to blame. I let everybody down, not just my patient and myself, but the trust and how it would look. I let my colleagues down who gave me a lot of respect. On Monday, the tribunal determined that Dr. Anjem had put his own interests before those of the patient and his colleagues. And the incident involving Nurse C had the potential to distract the doctor, and he may not have been able to give his full attention to the patient's care. I feel like this is like a... Have you ever seen ER? I mean, in ER, I don't think I remember them leaving a surgery to fuck necessarily, but I could see that happening in some sort of case in ER. I mean, in ER, they were very serious.
I feel like this is more of a Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. Has that happened in Grey's Anatomy? Have you watched it?
I mean, my sister watches it.
It's like 7,000 seasons long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, boy, oh boy. So I'm sure someone's fucked during surgery in that. This was just a crazy romance. I want to know what this nurse looked like to get the doctor. Again, you go to medical school for years and years and years. You are making a lot of money. You are working in a hospital in some high stakes situations. These are people's lives in your hands. And then you see the most beautiful pair of bulbs walk by you. And you're like, must see bulbs. I want see bulbs. And you go get them. And you can get them, and they are beckoning you to come get them. You're putting the whole thing on the line for a pair of bobs. I got to see who this is. Who's this Nurse C? We got to get to the bottom of that. They don't have her. They don't even have her identity, so we can't even figure it out. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Skims, and boy, oh boy, I just found this out. Obviously, I want to spread the word. Skims is making underwear now for men. It's unbelievable. I got them. They sent me some. I've been wearing them. And you know what's the coolest part about it? When you're with a girl and they see you're wearing Skims, it's almost like they're relating to you on some level now. It's crazy. It's like I've never gotten compliments from a woman other than whilst wearing Skims. Like no woman's ever seen my underwear and gone like, whoa, you know what I mean? They've been wearing the same underwear since college, and no one's ever impressed by them. Let's just put it that way. But now with Skims, oh my Lord, it's something I can, not only be comfortable, and it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing underwear. They're not riding up at all. I got the 3-inch boxer brief. And, I'm not picking it out of my cheeks, not to get crass with you. I'm talking about Skims over here, and I'm being crass. Listen to me. But no, I mean, it's incredibly comfortable. And like I said, I get compliments on it, which is a wild thing I never thought was going to happen to me. So right now, for all the roaches out there, you can shop Skims, men's, at skims.com. You can let them know that I sent you over there too. Let them know that you're a roach. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and then select the old Josh Potter Show in the drop-down menu that follows. So go to skims.com, make a purchase on one of these wonderful boxer briefs, or they've got a variety of different underwear. Go check it out and let them know we sent them we sent you to them. Let them know I sent you there. All right? That's all I want you to do. Skyler sent in an email. He says, hey, Josh and crew, your East Coast...
the inner city blacks.
That's how he describes himself. He's here with an article that seems like standard Rhode Island shit that could maybe make your show. It says standard Rhode Island shit. That's interesting. Let's go to 12 News, CBS affiliate in, I do believe, Rhode Island.
3 educators, including the principal, are currently on leave after 2 separate incidents at the Lillian Feinstein Elementary School in Providence.
Now, one of these employees is accused of biting a student. 12 News reporter Lauren Brill joins us with more on
Oh my God, Laura Brill? Is that what she just said?
Well, behavior intervention.
I believe so.
Oh, no, that's not who it is. There was a Lauren Brill that I used to know from Buffalo News. That is not her. But, I mean, I can't believe what I just heard. We had a instance of a teacher biting a student, not the other way around.
Yes.
Because, I mean, students bite teachers all the time, especially if they're working in a certain wing, if you know what I'm saying. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. You know what I mean? So that's par for the course. But the other way around is wild. Let's watch again.
You want to go back?
Not all the way. Just play it.
Of biting a student. 12
go.
News reporter Lauren Brill joins us with more on what happened. Lauren? Well, behavior interventionist Yuritsa Martinez was charged with 1 count of simple assault and battery in connection with this.
Well, it was a behavior like teacher. So it was what you were talking about.
So now the teachers are biting back, folks.
Yes.
They're getting their revenge. They're saying, you're going to bite me? I'm going to bite you. See how you like it.
Yes.
Or maybe they're starting to hire. It's cyclical, you know? Who better to teach the behavioral classroom than one of their own? Cognitively young teachers, if you will. Maybe that's what's happening. Let's find out.
Connection with this. According to Providence Police, the child's guardian was not notified of this incident until well after school was dismissed.
A police report obtained by 12 News details the disturbing altercation that took place earlier this month at Lillian Feinstein Elementary School, reportedly involving this staff member, Yuritsa Martinez. The student tells Providence Police he threw paint across the room, causing Martinez to grab a hold of him, and he bit her. Then Martinez allegedly bit him back and hit the side of his neck, leaving visible marks. According to the police report, this happened in Martinez's office, and there were no witnesses. The principal, Maria Petrosinelli, called police after the student's father called in a, quote, irate manner. Martinez turned herself in a few days later and was arraigned. Her bail was set at $1,000, and she was ordered to not have any contact with the student.
Look at that top line. Accused. You don't want this on the news. Your picture and then accused of biting student. It is amazing the rage gets to a certain point. I mean, if you're a special ed teacher, God bless your patience. Because, I mean, this is an example. We've talked about the ones that f the kids. We've mentioned how they are hiring, their hiring standards for teachers is becoming less and less stringent due to the fact that not a lot of people want that very belaboring job. And I would imagine that goes doubly for the certain wing in which Yuritsa Martinez was working. You know what I'm saying?
The Tylenol wing.
Yes. So therefore, she was straight up losing her patience. And to get bit and then to see that red where you're just like, oh, yeah? You just do it back? And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just putting myself in the shoes of this woman where she was, you know, whipped up into such a rage that she did this. But maybe at the same time, maybe she is just, like, also cognitively young. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe she was like, no, there's no witnesses here. They just said there's no witnesses. They're going to believe this person and not me?
Well, they did.
Oh, I bit them? It was one of the other ones that did it. You could just do that. You know, maybe it was premeditated in that way where she's like, who's going to believe you? Who's going to believe you? Go ahead. Let's watch the rest.
She's expected to be back in court in November. Shortly after this, the school community was notified. Meanwhile, the district sent out a letter telling families that the principal at Lillian Feinstein Elementary is on leave. It's unclear why the district has appointed a new acting principal during this time. And in a separate and unrelated matter, parents were also notified about alleged unprofessional behavior in a classroom setting where a different educator was placed on leave. A spokesperson for the district says they cannot provide more information at this time, writing, quote, PPSD takes the safety of students seriously and is taking proactive steps to investigate concerns that have been raised.
Pause it again. I wish I could be possessing the job of writing these. The most obvious statements from a school district where it's like, Okay, I gotta write a new template for this one. Biting mentally disabled children. That's a different one. Usually it's f***ing kids, but today I have to write my one where it's biting cognitively young people.
Gonna have to upcharge this one.
I got to get a new. Now we're looking at a new category. You know, if you're writing greeting cards, this would be a different. You know, it's like a different holiday altogether. Well, we don't have those, so we're gonna have to make a special line just for this incident. But PPSD takes the safety of students seriously. You could use this for just about anything. You know, the fucking biology lab explodes. You could take out this one and use it too, you know? There's a heavy-duty dodgeball accident in gym class. You can take out this one and use this one too. So they got this one on deck, Providence Public School District. Well, next up, this is from Garrett W., who, by the way, Garrett W. designed... Josh Allen drew this logo, but Garrett had something to do with New Era and scanning it digitally or whatever the case may be. So shout out Garrett W. He also did the merch that we have on this program or have had in the past and hopefully have in the future. He sent this bad boy in, and it is about a 76-year-old woman who shot her neighbor in the face with a flare gun. I mean, this is caught on video. New at 5, NBC4. Let's watch this.
Now to a shocking attack on Long Island. A 76-year-old woman.
Look at this guy. Hold on. Pause this for a second. Before we get into this, this is in New York City. This is the top of the mountain, folks. Local news in the Big Apple. That is market number 1 right there. And these people are standing at their desk. Weird to stand. How tall do you think that guy is? Because I'm going to guess that woman is pretty short. I thought he was kind of tall, but now I'm thinking maybe short. They put him next to the old Empire State Building, too. So it's giving tall, but I bet you this guy's like 5'7".
Yeah.
You know, because that girl's petite.
Yeah.
I can scale the girl. Do you know what I mean? I'm clocking her at like a 5'4". You know?
I'd say that's fair.
Thank you. All right. I just thought that was odd that they're standing. They're just delivering the news standing up behind the desk. Get rid of the desk. Let's do a stand-up. Okay, go ahead.
Hauled into court today accused of shooting her neighbor in the face with a flare gun.
It happened in a gated community in West Babylon for people ages 55 and older. And the attack was caught on this Ring camera video.
Hell
Investigators
yeah.
say the victim was walking his dog.
Oh, my Lord.
When a woman opens her door and shoots him at point-blank range.
Wait, go back. Let's watch that again. What the hell was that? Why was there a tussle? Was he shot after he?
Yeah.
Did he run up? Was he like shot and then he runs up to her and tackles her?
Yeah, he runs. He gets after it.
Because it looked, if the poor lady looked like she was getting attacked there, yeah, use your flare gun if you got it handy.
No, watch the beginning. It happens right at the jump.
All right. I was too busy
gated
laughing
community
at
in
the...
West Babylon for people ages 55 and older. And the attack was caught on this Ring camera video. Investigators say the victim was walking his dog when a woman opens her door and shoots him at point-blank range. News 4's Pacey Chang live in Central ISIP where that woman faced a judge today. Pacey.
Pause it. I want to describe it for the folk at home that are listening. This woman, she did, because I didn't see it. Her back was to the camera, and all you see is the cartoon-like smoke cloud come off her flare gun. And it doesn't seem like the gentleman who was shot was too affected, because then he immediately attacked her and was like, had her on the ground, which wasn't hard. I mean, she was an elderly woman. They were both pretty old, you know. It was a community for 55 and up. Although, hey, I'm about to be 40. That means I'm only like 15 years away from like the ability to live in a 55 and up community. That's scary. I don't like that at all. And I'm going to have to walk around and have these fucking lunatics like this lady. The guy looks pretty old too, yeah?
Yes, they are neighbors in this community.
All right, let's see what... I'm not even going to begin to pronounce this lady's name on the news here. What city is this? West Babylon is this? Oh, it's Long Island. Duh, yeah. I'm stupid. Go ahead.
Central ISIP where that woman faced a judge today. Pacey.
Pacey?
Rana, by all accounts, these two have been at it for a while. They do not get along, and they each have filed complaints with the management company of this apartment complex that they live in. But yesterday, for some reason, it escalated to a point that became violent and shocking. The woman, like you said, fired a flare gun in the man's face, and it was all captured on home security camera.
Wow, she really struggled with that.
8 years.
Yeah.
Look at this guy's face.
She got him.
I mean, it's not as bad as I would have imagined. I mean, that looks like it's just flare gunk. Doesn't even look like it's blood or something. It's just he got a little flare gunk on his face. I thought it was going to be like, crazy bruised and stuff. I mean, a flare, it's like she shot a flare like you would on a boat.
That's a pretty rowdy burn.
Yeah, but I thought, there shouldn't it be all swollen? I thought it was like eye would be closed and everything. I mean, it is a burn though, yes. So it's like maybe the best way to get hit with a flare gun is like right when it comes out of the barrel before it's like on fire or something.
Direct.
Because if you shoot it in the sky, it lights up at the top like a firework, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like a fuse or something on it.
It gets bigger.
Yeah. So he got like maybe like in impact wise awful, but not the fire part, I don't know. He looks gnarly.
It's a silver lining.
And I don't know. Do people still get in fights with their neighbors? I don't even know. Do people go outside now that everyone's living in these homes that are like smart homes? You got your refrigerator that tells you the weather, makes different kinds of ice. I mean, are you even talking to your neighbor anymore? Do they have any interaction with their neighbors? Is there like still people who fight about the fence line? Or you just don't even care? You're like, who cares? It's a fence, whatever. I don't know. I think that's an old people thing. It's going to go by the wayside as we're all chronically online. Let's watch.
Richard Catrone needed 6 stitches to patch up his face after a neighbor armed with a flare gun fired at him.
Didn't think I'd do it, huh? Did you? Do what?
We get sound on this now.
76-year-old Kathleen
The
Schumann
fact that
pulled the
old
trigger,
man,
hit
the old man, not withstood the impact of that flare and then charged her. That's crazy. He didn't even go down. Maybe it's like adrenaline or something that's pumping through him. Watch it.
News knows what they're doing with this story. They keep showing it.
Yeah, and they can show it because it's not a real gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, pump it through because it's not. They love this. They're thirsty for it. They want to see it. Keep showing. Boom, boom. It's for the TikTok audience. Go ahead.
hitting Catrone. The flare
now it's closer.
ricocheting off his face into
oh
the
my
parking
God!
lot
Look
of
at
their
him.
apartment complex.
It's like a zombie movie.
It happened so quickly. Catrone said he had no time to think, but he wanted to protect
That
his
guy
dog.
is spry. What a spry old man. He gets walloped in the face with this thing. Doesn't even go down. Like I said, like a zombie movie. It's like Last of Us when the old lady who's like in the wheelchair all of a sudden is like, and then it's like a super zombie. That's what this guy gets hit in the face with a flare gun at point blank range. It bounces off him, and then he charges her. They both go down. He bashes her on the head, bonks her, gives her a bonk. What's wrong with you? And then he gets up faster than I've ever gotten up in my life. Did you see how fast he got off the ground? His adrenaline must be coursing through his veins. I bet he could flip over that car behind him. Just goes back to the car and just like, ah! Go back and watch him get up. I mean, this is crazy how fast he gets up here. He's on the ground. She's on top of him. He scurries away and is up on his feet like he's fucking Dick Van Dyke or something. It's crazy. What is he, Gene Wilder? Let's watch it. Go play it.
Ricocheting off his face into the parking lot of their apartment complex.
What is wrong with you?
Look at him scurry.
So quickly, Catrone said he had
He's
no
up.
time to think, but he wanted to protect his dog
God.
and himself.
Kathleen showed no emotion. She claimed I was the devil. She claimed I tried to murder her.
Hey, pause
and
it. You might be the devil, dude. I mean, you got hit in the face with a flare gun at that age and you didn't even flinch. Are you the devil? Is she right? I mean, you walk. I thought your head was going to spin around your head, like in a circle. like a 360 or something, the way that you crawled away from her there. Go ahead, play the rest. Let's see what else.
Said, I'm sorry I missed. I'm sorry I missed.
Police arrested and charged
Look at
Schumann
this
with
lady.
assault. Catrone's blood was still on the walkway in front of their apartments. The two had been arguing over their pets, her house cat and his dog.
And then he started harassing her because he said her cat was always upsetting his dog, and she would sit outside with it.
I just asked her, can you keep the cat inside? And that started the situation.
In court, Schumann pleaded not guilty. The judge ordered her to stay away from Catrone. Catrone is trying to process what happened.
Oh,
I've
this
lived
is
in Manhattan. I've lived in San Francisco. I've lived in Boston. And nothing ever happened to me. I moved to Suffolk County in a senior community, and my neighbor shoots me in the face with a flare.
I mean, he's like, I lived in all these rough and tumble neighborhoods. Never nothing happened. He didn't get shot with a fucking Glock here as a flare gun. Which, by the way, why does this lady have a flare gun? She doesn't seem like the boating type, but they are on Long Island. Who knows? Oh, my God. That was wild. Wild story. And isn't it always pets with these old people? The problem is, and this is a sad reality, when people get old, and these people don't look like they have children or have had children, even if they did, empty nester situation, you get a pet, they start treating it like it's a fucking child. Even more so than people out there who are, maybe you out there, you're like, well, I treat my pet like a child. I'm talking when you get old, it starts to like, your brain gets warped into thinking it is a child. It's a different degree, I think. You know? All right, you have nothing to say.
I was letting you go with it. I was seeing where you were going.
I'm like, right? And everyone's like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I love my cats.
Yeah, I mean, I started to say it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, everyone's doing that now. But I think that's just where we're at. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, they're fucking cats.
They're fucking cats.
I don't cross that line.
Oh my goodness. Anyhow, that was a wild flare gun story right there. Let's see. Let's skip this next one here, and let's get another. Ooh, this one was sent in 1,000 times. That's why I want to do this one to end. Well, let's look at this lady. Who cares? Hold on a minute. I'm back on the other one.
Oh, you were skipping this one?
I was skipping this one, but then I saw the lady, and I go, you know what? I just want to look at her for a little bit just to see what we're talking about here. Evidently, this lady is being held in a Dubai prison dubbed the Middle East's Alcatraz. Unbelievable. The former, I mean, what did she just... I mean, of course, I would now, this is just me speculating before I even read here. What could she have possibly done? I'm sure it was just looking this hot. What if it's just that? They're like, yo, you can't be walking around like this. Put her in the max security prison. She's in Oz, this lady, for Dubai. Dubai Oz would go hard. That would be wild. I would not want to participate in Dubai Oz.
There's so many people in there, too.
Oh, I'm sure they're just like on top of each other. Mia O'Brien, 23, from Liverpool, made a very stupid mistake, according to her mother, Danielle, after her daughter was given a life sentence. Mia was, this is crazy. Watch it just be something like her clit fell out of her pants or something like that. I don't know. Mia has been locked up in the notorious Al Awir Central Prison, which is used for both male and female convicts and is located some 30 kilometers or kilometers from Dubai's towering hotels and lavish shopping malls. Horror stories from British inmates who have been previously jailed there paint a disturbing picture of hellish conditions. Brighton Carl Williams was imprisoned at Al Awir in 2012 after police found narcotics in his rental car following a drug bust. He claims he was tortured by authorities and witnessed beatings in the prison he went to call the Alcatraz of Dubai. God, thank God I'm not going to this fucking Riyadh festival, I'll tell you that, because I would end up in this thing on X. I'm like, I have just this. They're like, you're dead. You're getting the death penalty.
Well, seriously. So in the article, it says like you can get arrested for CBD there.
Oh my God! I would have got arrested the second I walked on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have been. And first of all, I would have never gotten any offer close to what the other I would have been like signing up and I'm like, well, whatever. I need money. They would have been like, we'll give you a $50K and we'll put you in a barrel like our Asian girls. You know what I mean? You're gonna travel for 3 weeks in the hull of a ship. We'll poke holes in it. There might be a problem at the port. I would do, and then I'm there just for like 50 grand. I'm like, how much are you guys making? Oh, but no, that place, it's all very scary to me. I'm a very scared boy when it comes to this guy. I would never go. You mean the scary places? I don't want to go there. I find it scary. Anyhow, he also claimed to have bad testicles having had his testicles, electrocuted during police interrogation. Now that sounds fun. I mean, that kind of sounds nice. Ooh, little jolt to your balls. It was unbelievably painful. Oh, I don't want to do that. I was so scared I started to believe that I was going to die in that room. It is not known what crime Mia has been convicted of, but life sentences in the Emirates can be given in cases of drug trafficking, depending on the circumstances and the amount of drugs. Other crimes attracting life terms, which in Dubai is usually around 15 years. So that doesn't seem like a life. 15. They include serious violence and terrorism. Mia is only 23 years old and has never done a bad thing in her life. This is a young girl who went to the university to do law and unfortunately got mixed up in the wrong so-called friends and made a very stupid mistake and is now paying the price. So she just got, this is like rich Saudi people being like, you put the cocaine in your bulbs and you bring, something like that. And then she got caught.
Oh, it also said in the article that it's against, you can be arrested for just having drugs in your system.
Oh my God. So I would have definitely not made it. Thank God I'm not famous and faced with these decisions of taking $500,000 to go before. You're like, I guess. Thank God I'm not famous or successful. Oh, this poor girl. Free Mia, I say. Free Mia. Well, I want to get to this next story next week. I'm going to save it because a lot of people sent it in, and I will tease you with that. We have the very lovely Addison Vodka coming into the studio next week, so I'm very excited for that, and we'll save it for her when she comes. And I want to thank Odd Track Numbers again for sending in this bad boy, this musical number. Thank you so much. There it is. It was my fault. Good job, Odd Track Numbers. Thank you for all the Roach reportings as well. JoshPotterShow at gmail.com is where you can send them in. I'd love to get some more for next week, and keep them coming, baby. You guys are doing so good. We got a lot of first-timers all the time now, which I love. And then there's always the stalwarts, the award winners, the blue ribbon Roach reporters out there. JoshPotterShow at gmail.com. Pleased to be continuing to send those in. Thank you for all the other kind emails as well. I hope you come out to the shows on Saturday and Sundays. Saturday, I will be in Spokane, Washington, at the Spokane Comedy Club. Come out to that. And then Sunday in Tacoma. It's during the Bills game. I'm going to be performing during the Bills game. And in the past, I have put it on the screen. I don't know if they even have that ability. So I'm going to just stick it up, and then you're going to have to be giving me updates. So come on out to the show because I'm making the sacrifice for you. Not really. I'm doing it for myself too. But come on out. GoJoshPotter.com is where you can buy tickets. Oklahoma City on sale as well. Can't wait to see you, folks. Rate, review, subscribe. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to Lee. Thank you to Bobby. Thank you to everybody. I love you so much. Come on back next Wednesday. It's the Josh Potter Show.
Coming to 11 direct with the Roach. We shotgun the beers, ain't got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real, son. He taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson. Here's the deal, son. Won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism. Now it's time we hit him. Bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, awards with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide. Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the Roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side, or looking like she just tripped into a moat. I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many Bill's hats got the mafia vibe. A lot to describe, like a Roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids, if that's my mannequin right. Been a fan of this guy since the Roach Motel. Couple 100 weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time. Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.